Hey everyone, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez, coming at you today with a Veve OMI update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. If not, welcome back. I love y'all. Even say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. Commenting, liking, and subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon and smashing that super thanks button down below. Become a member, there's lots of perks. And Steve, Canon, Photo, Predator Project. As I said, the last one sold, normally goes for $15,000, so there's only one left. This is a 1 of 3. You know, he signs all of them. The 2 of 3 sold. The 3 of 3, the last one, you can get for $12,000 if you pay an OMI. I love him. You get a free NFT with that as well. And when that does sell, and it will in the next couple weeks, more OMI will be bought. Another gold logo will be bought. So that there's only one at the 5,000 level. Once that sells, it goes up to 6,500. Someone may or may not do that before this sells. I don't know. Anyway. Speaking of OMI, OMI is up about 0.8% on the day to 00082. It's been around there for a couple of days, so nothing really crazy to write home about. 646,000 in volume, so again, really not a ton. It did outperform most of the top 10. Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB, XRP, Lido, Dogecoin, and Solana. The only one it did not outperform was Cardano, great community Cardano, which is at 1.2% that they had gone up. Speaking of buying more OMI, I want to get more. I want to wait till after Comic-Con because I don't know how expensive that's going to be, even though I already paid for some of it. There's somebody that I know that's selling. I might do an OTC deal with in conjunction with my new whale. My newest whale has 35 million OMI and wants to get a little bit more. I want to get a little bit more. I think this person, they don't have a ton. They have like 5 million. So if we do get it, it'll be like a joint effort because we'll get it at a discount. I'll keep you guys posted on that if that goes through or not. Like I said, I do have a couple of other things that I want to do, and New York Comic-Con outside of that. But speaking of my new whale, more on him in a second. We have some Veve stuff to go over. Oh yeah, and speaking of Comic-Con, they're going to announce something at Comic-Con. I don't know what it is. They've been teasing something with New York. I remember saying the other day in a live stream, oh hey, David Yu posted, he recoded Veve. Veve posted I Heart New York on New York Day, so it could have just been that reason, or they were just teasing something about New York Comic-Con. David had re-quoted that saying, oh, I heart New York as well. And it's him with Tony, his face merged with Tony Stark's. So you can see on that, it says I heart New York. Now, obviously, Tony Stark, Avengers Towers in New York. That's where most of the Avengers live. You have Hawkeye, you have Captain America, you have, like I said, most of the Avengers are on there. The Fantastic Four are there, Spider-Man are there. So there's a lot of stuff that happens in New York. So maybe we might get something along those lines. We might get something along like a Statue of Liberty. I mean, if we have a United States Postal Service is, I think, a fairly difficult license to get, but he got it. So I don't see why we wouldn't be able to get something like the Statue of Liberty. However, going back to last year's DCon, they had teased the Monopoly Man. Like, oh, cool, this would be great. We never got him, but I was waiting for him for a long time. And then they shared a Ron English version of the Monopoly Man from Propagandist. And it's like, oh, hey, the universe is expanding. And what does that mean? And I don't mean anything about Einstein, but I think they're talking about the Veveverse being expanding. I'll go and show you part of the video. I will have to turn the sound off because might get demonetized for that. But let me go and just show you what I'm talking about. So when they say the universe is expanding, and then you go on and press play, you'll see the Ron English version of the Monopoly Man, and it says Mogul Sign. Instead of Monopoly, it just says Mogul Sign or Mogul Grin on there. Yeah, I'm sorry, Mogul Grin on there, and it is a Monopoly type board, but obviously he's doing that really weird smile. What are the most expensive places in Monopoly? Well, it's Park Place and Park Avenue? Park Place and something else, but they're in New York. So it's like, oh, okay. It's just a lot of teases, and I don't 100% know what it means. The only other thing I could see it being is hey, Veveverse is going to have Veve City, and in Q2 of next year, we're going to have IP-branded worlds. It might take a little bit longer than that. I think by Q2 of next year, at some point in that timeline, hopefully should have IP-branded worlds in the Veveverse. Just because we have that doesn't mean that we'll have land by that time, but I'll get on that a little bit later. Maybe if the first thing that we have outside of Veve City could be a Ron English propagandist world. That could be the first thing for an IP branded world. comment down below your thoughts on that. If I'm crazy, what else is going on? Let me know. I'll keep you posted. Anyway, speaking of that, we did have Stan saying, when land is offered in the Veveverse, will you have a raffle to be your next door neighbor? If not, what's the best way to win? So, most likely, okay, a Veve City at the center, then maybe Ron English land, Propagandist land, then, Kripken, like whatever the IP is, it'll be really close to Veve City, and then the land that we're able to buy really close to that, or as close as you can get, is probably going to be really expensive. So the land there, I'm not raffling off that land for free. I will or land over on the other side, wherever not a lot of good stuff is. Yeah, I'll have land there and be my neighbor there. But the land right next to the good stuff, so would have to pay a pretty penny for that. I will, at that point, figure it takes about a year or so to get land, maybe even more. And I think OMI will have 10x by that point. I have no issue throwing in $100,000 to land. 200,000, depending on how much OMI is worth at that time, I could throw in $250,000 into land. I don't know. I'll keep you all posted. Subscribe for all notifications for that. So 2 years ago, we had a list of IPs and some things we had, and other things were like when Batman, Superman, the Joker, and Spider-Man, we all had 2 years ago, but the when was when Mickey Mouse, when James Bond, when Iron Man, when Darth Vader. We have all of those. But there's a couple of other whens that are still on this list. Harry Potter, Sherlock Holmes, Bugs Bunny, Gandalf. Now, there was a X account a couple weeks ago that had said it had like 100,000 followers. Who's the best villain of all time? And they had Thanos, Darth Vader, Voldemort, and the Joker. And Veve had quoted that, and they said, well, this is the most iconic, this is the most evil. And I think they had Voldemort as the most evil. And first, okay, no. And then second off, okay, why retweet that and why actually mention Voldemort? I don't know. I do think that at some point we possibly could have Harry Potter. When, I don't know. Again, this is just me talking. Maybe I'm connecting dots that aren't there. But I think something will be announced at Comic-Con. And I think OMI might have a pretty good day if something fun and big is announced. Anywho, moving on. Okay, some big purchases over the weekend. These were not from me. So my whale had got, he got a couple of sub 100 things. He got 2 sub 100 Simbas, number 81 and 72. And then he got 2 sub 100 Green Lanterns, number 90, number 71. He got 2 sub 100 Genies. He got that whole Genie Aladdin set. I got a sub 100 Genie for like 160. It was like number 45. In general, I think his sub 100 should be about 120-ish. The sub 50s should be about 240, 250. I got him for 160. I listed him for 275. If that sells, great. There's another Genie on there for like $88 that I'll totally get. Just because I think that's undervalued as well. But again, this is not financial advice. It's just what I'm doing. I was showing them today, like, oh, hey, here's the stuff that you could do in AR. And that's him. Anywho, and you'll meet him at Comic. You'll meet a couple of my whales at Comic-Con. If you have the gold and silver logo, even better. You'll be able to meet the whales of the whales at that event and party. Anywho, we also had somebody buy an Ana number 41 for that like $1,200. Then you had somebody buy a Secret Rare Miles Morales for like over $9,000. So even in this bear market, you have thousands and sometimes tens of thousands being spent on just one collectible. So I'm very, very excited to see what happens in the bull market. Anyway, we have paying homage to Michelangelo's Pieta. Mark Book's art variant cover from X-Men: The Trial of Magneto from 2021. Number 1 is a masterwork. It's a 1 of 1 that goes live today. I think the auction ends on Friday, and we'll be able to get to that. That'll be fun to report on. I like that one. Brock McBlockchain, shout out to him. I have a screenshot of when the first Feesh that were on here is the Angle Feesh. That was the first one, and the Trigger Feesh is also one of the first ones. I don't know which one was first, but I just thought it was really cool. I happened to go and get a full set of that because I had 3 Feesh in real life in the Web3, and I happened to mint an uncommon, a rare, and an ultra rare. So all I had to do was buy that common. and we're good. I got all of them. No crazy special mints, but comment down below if you have any fun mints from blockchain. Anyway, moving on. We have Veve announcing home to grim grinning ghosts and other spectral surprises. Disneyland's Haunted Mansion attraction houses a chilling collection of mementos. So you do have 3 of these. They are a blind box, and they do happen to be at $30 per blind box, and they are going to be on Wednesday, 27th at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I don't really expect these to sell out. So you have a first appearance of this one. It's just a floating head, Madame Leota. I think it's pretty cool. I never saw these movies, so I don't really know. Then the next one, and that one is 2,600 editions. This one is a Haunted Mansion plaque, so this is a first edition because it's not a person, it's more of a thing. That one has 1,900 editions, so that's a lot. But then you have the Bat Stanchion, which almost looks like a Cryptkin. It looks really cool. I would want this. And there's 969 of those, which means 879 because Veve keeps 90. And if you get all 3 of them, you do get a poster. It's an airdrop. I don't expect this to sell out because there are a lot of mints of those. And the secret is a chase, but I think that maybe you get a couple hundred of these. So if you do go and get the drop and you happen to get a secret rare, and then you get that secret rare, you buy the other ones. I think buying the other ones could be worth it just because they're probably not going to be too many of that poster. So that might get you a little bit. Anywho, moving on here. So it's not a ton, but 3-digit mints do command a little bit of a premium, especially for things that have thousands or tens of thousands of mints. So you have a rare Spider-Man, which the floor I think is like 80 or 90 bucks. Somebody spent like 30% over that, 120 bucks in order to get a rare number 288. So again, those 3-digit mints do have a little bit of stuff here. So also have a buddy of mine that says, got a notification today. Congratulations, you've acquired enough points to take it to the next level. He's at level 90. This dude goes absolutely ham on some of these collectibles. A lot of his and my Newer Wells collectibles are sub 100. So there are people that do go pretty ham on it. And this one possessed level 90. Got 3.6 million points, 2,734 collectibles, 272 comics. That does total for 3,006 collectibles in total, 277 sets. Easily in the top 100. Love that. The top 500 wallets have not been able to be registered because something was happening with the Mutascan. Noldor Alive says, "Listen, I just don't have it. I don't have the thing right now. It's not available. He's gonna find another way, and I'll keep you posted with that." Veve goes and they post, preparing for the wedding of the decade, the marriage of T'Challa and Black Panther. T'Challa, the Black Panther, and Storm. That's Black Panther 2005, number 18, features Veve exclusive rare and ultra rare covers by Nicolette Baldor. Drops in blind box on the 28th of September, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. They have a very interesting relationship. If they would have just talked, that relationship would have survived. That is such an OP couple. Storm is an Omega level mutant. T'Challa is one of the smartest people on Earth. He's super, super intelligent. It's just a crazy, amazing person. That's like the power couple. Like one of the best power couples. Like I would say on par with Reed Richards and Sue Storm. Like, you know, Mr. and Mrs. Fantastic. Anyway, I'm talking that up a little bit. Yeah, David had retweeted that the universe is expanding. He retweeted that with the skull and the heart. Very curious to see how New York Comic Con is going. And I think that was it. The group, yep. So he says one last thing from Veve saying, calling all Disney enthusiasts, enter for your chance to win. The entries do close on Monday, October 2nd at 11:59 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Full terms and conditions saying, show us why you're a Disney enthusiast for your chance to win an All Together Now, which is, I think, the ultra rare version of the Steamboat Willie, and casting the first spell, digital collectibles from the Mickey Mouse NFT collection. So go on their Twitter or their X and then go look at that. Anyway, guys, that's it for me. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Everyone say bye-bye to Dashi. Bye-bye, Dashi. I love you guys. Goodbye. Meow, meow.